Indonesia is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. It holds the third largest expanse of tropical rainforests in the world, spanning over 90 million hectares across the archipelago. Its islands, oceans, and other ecosystems sustain millions of people and play a critical role in global climate stability. However, these ecosystems face increasing pressure. Across Indonesia, communities are facing worsening climate and environmental challenges. Rising sea levels threaten coastal and small island communities. Forest fires and peatland degradation continue to damage ecosystems and public health. Deforestation and extractive industries disrupt water systems, agricultural land, and biodiversity. These environmental changes have direct impacts on people's lives. Communities experience displacement, loss of livelihoods, and increasing economic insecurity. Farmers face declining crop yields due to erratic rainfall. Fisherfolk struggle with reduced fish catch due to environmental degradation. For many, these are not distant risks, but daily realities. In this context, environmental human rights defenders play a critical role. They are individuals and communities who strive to protect the environment and promote human rights related to land, water, air, and biodiversity. Their work is essential in advancing climate action and protecting communities. However, efforts to defend environmental rights are often met with significant risks. In Indonesia, the most common forms of attacks include judicial harassment, physical attacks, and, in some cases, extrajudicial killings. Judicial harassment is the most frequently reported, where laws are used in ways that constrain environmental advocacy. Legal frameworks can shape the dynamics on how environmental defenders are treated. While Indonesia has progressive laws, including Article 66 which protects those advocating for environmental rights, other laws, such as criminal defamation and electronic information laws, have been applied in ways that affect defenders. For example, activists Haris Azza and Fasya Maladianti endured a high-profile defamation trial under the controversial Electronic Information and Transactions (IT) law after criticizing a senior minister's alleged role in mining conflicts in Papua. Despite facing potential prison sentences, their eventual acquittal was hailed as a landmark victory against the weaponization of legal frameworks to silence dissent. But even with legal protections, these incidents show that risks remain present and evolving. These attacks disproportionately affect vulnerable groups. Indigenous peoples and farmers have faced land seizures covering millions of hectares, with hundreds criminalized for defending their land and territories. Women defenders experience multiple forms of violence, including intimidation, harassment, and sexual violence. For instance, in East Nusa Tenggara, the indigenous Malo community resists the encroachment of marble and manganese mining on sacred sites such as Gunung Batu, fighting not only for environmental preservation but for the survival of their cultural identity against a state apparatus that prioritizes extractive interests over customary rights. These attacks are linked to broader structural drivers. Indonesia's development model continues to rely heavily on extractivism, including mining, palm oil plantations, and large-scale infrastructure. The Proyek Strategis Nasional, or National Strategic Projects, accelerate the implementation of large-scale projects by streamlining permits and land acquisition. While aimed at development, these projects often generate conflicts with communities, and defenders may be framed as obstacles to national progress. Such is the case of the Rempang Eco-City project, a national strategic zone in the Rio Islands which has seen state security forces deploy tear gas in schools and at peaceful demonstrations, injuring students, and forcibly arresting residents from 16 indigenous villages slated for eviction to make way for an industrial zone. Despite these challenges, EHRDs continue to act. They strengthen their organizations, build alliances, and develop strategies to address criminalization. These include legal defense, community organizing, and advocacy efforts that seek to reclaim civic space. Through collective action, defenders are not only resisting attacks, but also advancing solutions for environmental protection and climate justice. Their work demonstrates the importance of solidarity and community-led action. The research puts forward key recommendations. These include strengthening the implementation of legal protections such as Article 66, regulating national strategic projects to ensure environmental and human rights safeguards, stopping the use of laws against offenders, and expanding access to legal aid and protection mechanisms. Protecting environmental human rights defenders is essential to enabling climate action. Without safe and empowered defenders, efforts to address the climate crisis will remain incomplete. This video is based on the research, Enabling Climate Action, a participatory action research on attacks against environmental defenders and recommendations for their recognition and protection. This research was made possible through the contributions of environmental human rights defenders, researchers, and partners across Southeast Asia. For more information, follow APD on social media or contact us through our official channels. Together, we move forward in solidarity.